Let us turn now to our interview with Jimmy Kimmel. The late-night host has found himself in the headlines for his unexpected role in the healthcare debate. We caught up with Jimmy at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, where he's doing a show this week to talk about that subject and more.
Here's Jimmy Kimmel!
Let's set the scene here. We are in the living room of your boyhood home here. So what was it like growing up in a family of rich opera singers?
You know, it was difficult, especially the obesity, but we got through it.
Yeah? There's a couple of kinds of funny.
Okay.
There's tell me a joke funny.
Right.
And then there's the offhand quip when people least expect it. Is that the kind of funny you were as a kid?
Definitely. The only jokes I ever heard were from my Uncle Tony and Uncle Vinny. And I suppose now that I'm an uncle, I should have some of those jokes, but sadly, I'm out.
So who was the funniest kid in your neighborhood? Were you?
Funniest kid in my neighborhood in Brooklyn was a kid named Paul Kaplan. He was a maniac. He just terrorized the teachers and some of the other students in the class. And of course, I was drawn to him.
If I had asked your friends back then and I said, Jimmy Kimmel, funny, not funny, what would they have said?
They'd all say funny, but I was quietly funny. I wasn't disrupting the
Subtly
class.
funny.
I was quietly making one person laugh.
These days, his audience is much bigger, but it's not just the laughs that Jimmy Kimmel has been bringing lately.
That Billy was born with a heart disease.
In May, he delivered an emotional monologue about his youngest son, Billy's health.
So this poor kid, this is what he looked like on Monday. But this is what he looked like yesterday.
When you walked out on the set that night, Jimmy, did you walk out intending to make headlines?
Oh, no, I didn't. I figured it would be a video that people shared. I know how it goes. I know, when somebody cries on television, it tends to be
So you
something.
knew that was going to happen. You had
Yeah.
no chance of not crying.
Well, oh, yes, absolutely. For me, I was crying backstage, I think. I can't keep it together with situations like that. But I had no idea it would become a matter of national debate.
My take on it is this, and I hope you take this the right way. I was surprised to hear the reaction because it seemed to me as if people were saying, oh my God, Jimmy Kimmel said something significant. It was like they were saying, oh, he spoke in complete sentences.
I think that's reasonable.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes, it's like when an ape holds up an apple and says red. Everybody becomes
Someone
very
discovers
excited.
fire.
I think that you get painted as a caricature in a way, and not undeservedly so, and people have preconceived notions.
A lot of people applauded you for kind of wading into that debate. A lot of people didn't. Not to take a bit from your show, but give me a sense of some of the things you read online that really impacted you negatively.
I mean, I understand people disagreeing with me. I don't understand being angry when it comes to healthcare. I really don't understand that because I think it's obvious what my intent is, and I don't understand a lot of the backlash. What I especially don't understand are the monstrous things people will write about, my child and my wife.
How do you deal with that when you read those things?
It's hard to deal with, especially hard for my wife. So you have to put it out of your head, and you have to understand that most people would not do that if they were having a one-on-one conversation with you, and that sometimes people are just trying to get a reaction out of you.
There's going to come a day when Billy is going to be old enough to see that monologue. Do you want to be the one to show it to him?
I do, but maybe for a different reason that he might think. I just know he's not really going to care. And also, knowing that he's my son, there's a good chance he'll make fun of me for it. So,
While you were crying?
yeah, and I have to say, that will make me feel better than anything.
But what would you want him to know about what that moment was like for you?
I don't know if I even want him to know what it was like, because my problems and my worries shouldn't be his problems or his worries. I think he's going to have enough to worry about growing up with this questionable heart in his body, and I just want him to worry about hitting a home run in Little League. That's all I want him to worry about.
Now, by the way, I did ask Jimmy how his son Billy is doing. He says he has another surgery coming up soon and another when he's even older, but that he's doing great. He's cute. And he's funny, like his dad.
Sure is. Adorable. That was great.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here. to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.